book distribution is very adventurous service. I've done this seva for around 9 years on the streets of Delhi. That went Connaught Place. Connaught Place is like Las Vegas of Delhi.
That is true.
Connaught Place. So I used to do book distribution there. Very glamorous place. So because it's a tough place to do book distributions, it used to be a challenge for me to do book distribution there. So book distribution is very adventurous because you do not know what is going to be the reaction of the other person. So it is very adventurous. A person who is looking very sober, thorough gentleman would be an atheist. On the other hand, the person who is very rowdy, rough, black teeth, red eyes, spotty skin would say, give me two. Very unpredictable. Who will respond in what way? You do not know at all. I remember I met one guy, he was from Germany. And he was wearing black gown with locks of hair and tripund and one trident, trishul.
From Germany.
Well, I should give Bhagavad Gita to him. So I said, here is Bhagavad Gita for you. He said, yeah, is this Hare Krishna Bhagavad Gita? I said, yeah. He said, no, I don't have money. So I said, okay, 50% discount for you. 50% I will give. You only give 50% money. He said, I don't have that much money. I said, okay, for you, 10 rupees. 90% money I will pay, you give only 10 rupees. He said, no, I don't have even 10 rupees. I said, okay. I said, since you are a spiritualist, this is Bhagavad Gita for you free of cost. He said, okay, but I don't want it. I said, but it is free. Now it is free. He was refusing. I said, but why are you refusing? I'm giving you this Bhagavad Gita for free. He said, this ISKCON Bhagavad Gita, it's all Krishna, 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 Krishna. I don't like it. So even a person who is looking like a sadhu can be envious of Krishna. Wow, this can happen. Once it happened that I was distributing Bhagavad Gita, so one police wala, he caught me. He said, hey, chal, help! I said, oh sir, we are distributing Bhagavad Gita, sir, so please don't. Hey, come! And then he took me to other side. And then he paid obeisance to me. Hare Krishna, Prabhu ji. He took me from my collar, dragged me, and then he took me to other side and then said, Vancha, Hare Krishna, Prabhu ji. What is this? He said, actually, Prabhuji, my superior, he's an atheist. If he comes to see you, he'll put you behind bars. You don't do book distribution here. So I took you this way so that in case he sees me, he would not suspect. You do book distribution, you do here, not there. So police wala. So what kind of reaction is going to be? You never know. So it's very adventurous. Sometimes, devotees become a little despondent. Why? Because people refuse. Hey, you must have some commission, huh? How much commission is there of yours, huh? So then it hurts. It hurts ego. So that's why devotees are reluctant to do book distribution. So that means if I approach 100 people and 5 people take Bhagavad Gita, so what is the strike rate then? What's the percentage? 5%. Okay. In UK, in one of the villages, a person made a wall, Ambuja cement ki wall or Ultratech cement wall, and he challenged all the wrestlers, the bodybuilders, if they can blow this wall down. So many Hercules people, they came and with their might, they were hitting the wall. So when all the wrestlers were done, so then came one skinny guy, he just touched the wall and wall fell. So who made the wall fall? The skinny guy or the wrestlers before? The wrestlers and the bodybuilders. Because every time they would hit, there is a crack. And another hit, another crack. Another hit, another crack. At the end, one skinny guy comes, touches the wall, falls. Similarly, when we do book distribution, somebody says, hey, get lost. Single crack. Another book distributor would approach. Another crack, another crack, another crack. And then comes one thinny guy and says, will you take Bhagavad Gita? Okay, give me, Baba. How much for? Take money. Get money. So wall fell. So who should be given credit? Those who are the failure book distributor or this successful one? The failure ones. So anytime when you give Bhagavad Gita or any spiritual book to anyone and somebody says, hey, get lost, man. So then you can say one crack in the service of that book distributor who will make the wall fall. And in case somebody takes Bhagavad Gita from you, then you can give salutation to all those so-called failure book distributors who made the crack in the wall. And I was that skinny guy that I sold Bhagavad Gita. So gratitude to all those who are so-called failure book distributors. In case you are a failure, then you can say obeisances to that book distributor who will have it in his account. The Gita being distributed to this guy. So that means strike rate is 100%. Because either you make a crack or you make the wall fall. So it is not 5%. It is 100%. So we should go out and do book distribution. Fearlessly, we should do that. We get mercy. Yes. Like once I approached one bridegroom, he was sitting on a horse because it's marriage time. So I did not give Bhagavad Gita because Bhagavad Gita gives the feeling of renunciation. So I took Krishna book, Radha Krishna. So I said, happy married life. So he took that book, Krishna book he took, but then he checked his purse. Actually, I forgot my purse. So usually the groom, he wears a garland of the currency notes. I said, sir, just one out of this. Oh, sorry, I didn't notice. Yes. So it can happen. Yeah, why not? So it is very adventurous seva. I've done this for many years, 9 years. I missed that seva because now I got into this online preaching and all that. But really, we should actually do book distribution. So good, going on the streets, meeting people. Sometimes you get into arguments. I remember one Muslim guy, he said, what is given about women rights in this Bhagavad Gita? I said, even women can do bhakti. And that's nonsense. In our Quran, there is a detailed description of women rights. In your Bhagavad Gita, there is no description of women rights. So your Bhagavad Gita is incomplete. Our Quran is complete. Right? And he were 3-4 Muslim guys. So I said, so what does your Quran speak about your identity? I said, whether are you mind or are you the body? I did not give the option of soul because whatever he would say would be wrong. I said, are you the body or are you the mind? He said, of course we are the body. So I proved him wrong. So that means you don't know your identity. So that means Quran doesn't have the knowledge of your identity. So for women rights, I can read Quran, and for your identity, you should read Bhagavad Gita. Some of the devotees, they play so many tricks. One person, one of our distributors, he went to a car. 4 people were sitting. So he gave each one Bhagavad Gita. He said, all of them are same. So one is sufficient. He said, no, sir, this is volume 1, this is volume 2, this is volume 3 and volume 4. I thought, okay, all right. So they took 4 Bhagavad Gitas and they went. So after some time, they took a U-turn. Volume 1, volume 2. It is all same. How come this is different? So devotee said, Ashley sir, when you read, you have different feelings. So sir, volume 1, volume 2, volume 3 and volume 4. Wow. U-turn, yeah. One person came, he said, yeah, this is Bhagavad Gita. Is this the same Bhagavad Gita which Krishna spoke? He said, yes, this is same Bhagavad Gita which Krishna spoke. He said, okay. So in Punjabi, he said, oyo wali hai. Kata, haan, oyo wali. Is this the same which Krishna spoke to Arjun? Kata, yeah, this is the same which Krishna spoke. Okay. So he went, he took Bhagavad Gita. So one of his friends said, how can this be same which Krishna spoke? At that time, which printing press was there? I did not notice. So he came, take this back. How can this be same which Krishna spoke? At that time, there was no printing press. So our devotee said, at that time, there was only one printing press. BBT. He said, oh, okay. And he got convinced also. Took Bhagavad Gita. Arey bhai. Once devotees, they made a stall outside Patanjali. You know Patanjali? So outside, so one devotee said, so is this stall Patanjali stall? He said, yes, these are Patanjali books. He said, okay, so give me something for stomach disorder. And devotee gave him Updeshamrit. He said, Udur Upastha Begam. So there is oh, okay. And then he took also. Later on, Baba Ramdev came to know ISKCON wala distributing their own books. Patanjali books. Oh my God, it's really amazing. When we do book distribution, what kind of adventure is there? Once I remember there was a husband, wife, or maybe girlfriend, boyfriend, they were sitting together. So when I approached the wife, whenever husband and wife are there, never approach the husband. Because wife says, hey, don't take it. So when husband and wife are there, don't approach the husband, approach wife. You know, she feels more honored that I am decision maker. Then she's, yeah, we can take one. Yeah, give. So husband and wife never give to husband. And she says, hey, don't take it. So this you learn when you are on the field. Whom to give, how to give. That's it. But yes, we should do book distribution.
We have scale like to whom approach or not approach.
Yeah.
So here you can approach a lot of people, but we found and whatever we tried, the donation part like a
Yes.
long discussion.
Yes.
How we should understand or how we should set this thing. You can't take very less amount. I mean, it's not correct.
Yeah. So we should not say that it is donation, but we can say that we are giving it at a printing price. There is no profit involved in it. But yes, the money which will come would be used in service of the cows, distribution of prasadam. So you may kindly give donation for that. So that ways we can ask for it. But sometimes also, you know, what happens that in case you get donation, because people give, in India at least this happens, you get more money. People give 5,000 rupees for one Bhagavad Gita. Then you can give other books and say so whatever you want to give in donation. Because if you give for free, sometimes they use it for making paper packets. That's why we charge some money. But in case you see the people do not give much of money, so then we should not use this donation thing. Because then we appear tricky. So we should not appear tricky also at the same time. So our enthusiasm is most important. I see sometimes distributors when, inside the fire is not there. When you take Bhagavad Gita, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. So person says, after reading this book, I'll become like you. Take your book, man. I don't want it. So your enthusiasm, in case you are enthusiastic. Yeah? Okay, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Can you see, when I said Hare Krishna, your enthusiasm was also low. When I said Hare Krishna. So similarly, when book distributor is also having low enthusiasm, it also subdues their enthusiasm. Like, okay, maybe I'll also become morose like him. So we should be happy devotee. A happy devotee is the biggest preacher, is the most convincing preacher. When we see a happily situated devotee, we want to become like him. Kya Prabhu ji, Mata ji, ye aapke jaisa kaise bane? I want to be like you. So a happy, convinced devotee is the most convincing preacher. So when we go out and we do book distribution, we should be cheerful. We should feel fortunate. And this will happen when we do our sadhana properly. Like devotees in Russia, before Mangal Aarti, they chant 16 rounds. After Mangal Aarti, they study for 2 hours. And then taking prasadam, they are there on the field distributing books. Devotees in Russia. And their temperature is -10, -20. But they are so successful, they are in top rankers, Russians. Although over there, people are into all kind of materialism. In Russia, you see extreme materialist and extreme spiritualist. Both are there. But devotees do that. Why? Because they do such good sadhana. 16 rounds before Mangal Aarti, 2 hours of study post Mangal Aarti, prasadam, and then you go out. Wow, you are a warrior, powerful warrior.